Let me adjust my lighting real quick. What do we want? Amber, white, whiter. I don't know. All right. Let me bring it up a little bit. Although I know my skin kind of glows. All right. Wait. Are you still there? Okay, hold on. I had it. All right. Boy, oh boy. I tells you. Now, I guess my mind kind of works. God made me in this way where my mind kind of works like a musical or something. I'll just get like a lyric in my head or something, and then I'm just off to Never Never Land. Okay. So fun fact about me. Okay, let me title the video first. Something along the lines of, the highlight is going to be, if you're going to ask God for anything, ask him for wisdom. He will not withhold wisdom from you. Okay. So fun fact for me, one of my first CDs, makes me feel old just saying CDs, man. At least I'm not saying records, baby. My first CD was Britney Spears. Yeah. Oops, I did it again, I think, right? It was part of my, there was like the cover thing that came out or whatever. You could see like her full body. It was like part of my sexual awakening. But that's not what this video is about, all right? But I'm remembering that now. So I had Britney Spears, I think, first. And then I had Creed. My mom was like, I can't get you this CD. There's like stuff on the cover. I'm like, Mom, you gotta get me Creed. And then it was like Blink-182, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Those, I think it was that order, right? But anyway, I'm going back to the Britney Spears CD. I just wanted to express my CD journey with you or whatever. So it was Britney Spears, Creed, and then Blink-182, okay? It was like, I think my brother got something. My brother got the Backstreet Boys, right? My brother got the Backstreet Boys, and I got Britney Spears, and I felt like the girly one or something. But anyway, there's a song. He didn't think I was going to bring it back, but I did. There's a song, okay, in the Britney Spears album. I think it was, oops, I did it again. It's like Lucky or something. And here's the lyrics, all right? And don't get the ick or whatever. I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to give you the words this time. Sometimes I do sing, but I don't feel like doing that right now. It's called Lucky, right? Oh, my God. Now I got stage fright. Give me a second. Okay. She's so lucky. She's a star. But she cries in her lonely heart, thinking, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? So I was just singing that, right? Earlier. I don't know why. I haven't thought about that song in forever. And that's where I feel like he's made me like this music man or something, where it's just like I just get taken away. I'm like, you know what, Lord? I think there's something to that. And he's like, Brandon, I think there's something to that. And I'm like, video? And then I just transform into this guy. All right. So if there's nothing missing from her life, if there's nothing missing from your life, then why do the tears come at night? And I want to paint it in two ways. And this is where if you were going to ask him for anything, ask him for wisdom. Because in asking him for wisdom, your prayers will receive an increase. You will start to desire rich things. You'll start to desire things that you can't obtain for yourself, and then find yourself in intimacy with the Lord as you come to know that you were made to know his heart for you. And that's the greatest, richest thing you can receive. And in wisdom, you will ask him for that. But to ask him for something that we could essentially work for ourselves to get, it's not going to be that great. So you have the two scenarios. God's going to allow this person to get everything that they want, but there's not going to be satisfaction in it. So they will be a witness that there's no satisfaction in it. I have everything, but these tears still come at night. Britney Spears, you were on to something, all right? Okay? right? Or you have the other one, which I think is more me, where he's just like, limitation. I'm not even gonna let you be able to put one step forward in trying to get something for yourself. Disappointment is came and trapdoored my ass anytime that I've had little ambition to just, start a business, or little ambition just to push the lawnmower as a kid or whatever, like, take it. I would buy the PS2 or whatever the thing was at the time, a TV with the lawnmowing money, and then my mom would take the TV and put it in her van. That's where she put the things that I wasn't supposed to use, and then she would drive all crazy in the fucking TV, big ass TV, like this, the TVs from the old days, man. They would just, I would grab it back, and then she would put it back in there. Basically, like, trapdoors everywhere. Because I was like, I'm going to do this. I want to make this for myself so I can do this for myself, right? Because it doesn't seem like anyone's looking after me. I think in this place, God was like, I understand you, but I'm not going to let you prosper here. Because if I were to allow this to work, you would keep going in this way. And you would eventually find that the tears would come at night, as you wouldn't be satisfied with what you were able to reach for in your own strength. But you didn't know what you didn't know, right? So eventually I asked the Lord for wisdom, because I just was the wisest thing I could think of. No, I was really just like, I've been a very confused person, in a lot of doubt, and I'm just like, man, I need some clarity in my life. I need wisdom. But I look at it now and I'm like, oh, there you go. Every time I move this coffee thing back, it like, you got to finagle it a certain kind of way, right? It's a little finagling. But when I look back on it, I'm like, I was made to ask you for wisdom, because I was made to receive wisdom from you. But if you were going to ask him for anything, ask him for wisdom. Say you are getting everything that you want. You're probably not watching this video anyway. It's probably the other people, the ones that are in great limitation right now. But regardless, it's the same. What we're able to reach for in our own strength doesn't actually bring us satisfaction, because we were made to receive. In receiving from him, we get to know how he knows us. And in getting to know how he knows us, there are specific gifts for you, right? That in wisdom you will start to ask for, you will start to desire. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So what does that mean? Well, what I do want to say about it is because it's come with a great deal of the fear of the Lord. And the highlight with that for me, the theme is the timing of God. The timing of God is the fear of the Lord, meaning you will have to wait. And then in waiting, you will long for. And in longing for, you will be humbled, because you're longing for something that you can't get for yourself, right? It's not like you're just going to get through school and you're like, okay, I only have, this semester left, right? Or I only have 1 year, left. I'm a senior. All I have to do is get through this year. It's like, well, with God and waiting, you don't know how long you're going to wait. That's the humility part. That's the fear of the Lord part. That's the timing part. You surrender to his timing. But in this place, you will become wise, because that is the beginning of wisdom. The wisest thing that I could do right now is to wait upon him, to wait with him, upon him, for him, whatever. He's with me. I'm waiting for him. He's everywhere, I guess. But I'm singing that song, right? And it's bringing me back, man. I'm just like, yeah. She's so lucky, she's a star, but she cries in her lonely heart, thinking, if there's nothing missing from my life, why do these tears come at night? This person has it all. All right? Some of us have to go and get it all to see that it's not anything. Some of us have to chase the rainbow to find the cornflakes at the end of it, to know it's cornflakes and not gold. You can have that. That's a little nugget of wisdom for you. Actually got that from that Adam Sandler Click movie. I just recycle things, people. All right? I'm like an avatar AI at this point. I just rip from the internet. No, it's not true. But some of us have to do that. That's our journey. That's our wandering away. That's our prodigal son situation. We have to go and discover for ourselves it's not fulfilling. We have to go and discover for ourselves that we were wrong about what a quality of life is. And then there are others that I fit more into the thing where it's like he's just shut door after door after door. It's like the enemy has been following you your whole life and you're just like, I don't even understand. I've never been able to really get out from under this dark cloud. Ask the Lord for wisdom. Ask the Lord for wisdom when you don't understand things. Regardless of any situation, the best thing that you can do is ask him for wisdom. Don't go. Don't go. Okay. All right. Damn it. This thing pisses me off sometimes. I swear. You don't understand what's going on. It's okay. I have a little coffee maker, right? A little $10 coffee maker that I got from Walmart. It's like this big. You know what I'm saying? And I mount the phone on top of the coffee maker, all right? But whenever I get the little carafe thing, I'm just going to tell you, I'm just going to show you this little thing, and I try to put it in there. It's like one of those things where you have to like lift up and lift down or something like that. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things about this place. Ha ha! Ah! But in this place, sure, it would be nice to have a car. It would be nice to have, you know, all that stuff, whatever. But I know something about those things now that I didn't know before. And I'm becoming more confident in that because he has given me wisdom. And when you get wisdom, you ask for more wisdom. You find there's never enough wisdom. There's always more wisdom. And it's not exactly this, I haven't found it to be, where you ask him his advice on everything. No, he will instill in you wisdom so that you will be able to know what to do, right? You will think less and do more because why? He has put a foundation in you that is solid. Because you've come to know what life is really about. So you're no longer messing around over here or messing around over there. You're no longer caught up in self-indulgence because to be satisfied, the way that you were made to be satisfied is to actually receive. Not to give to yourself, not to indulge in self, but to receive from your Creator. But this comes with that. Would you rather serve in heaven or rule in hell or something like that, right? It's like, yeah, I mean, you're taking a servant's position. You're taking a lower seat in the house whenever you were in a position to receive. But I'm telling you, man, it don't get better than that. The whole world seems to be running around. A lot of the world anyway, the world in darkness, ashamed of their shortcomings, trying to outrun it. I gotta get away from this. I gotta get away from this. Ask the Lord for wisdom, and he will show you the truth about your weakness. Your weakness is nothing to be ashamed of. May you receive honor, a double portion of honor in this place of weakness where you have felt ashamed. Meaning you are no longer in this place where it's on you to manage your life. And you're no longer trying or entertaining that because wisdom gives you this, I know what life is about now. It is to know and be known by him. This is eternal life, to know and be known by me. Something like that, right? You will just be wise. You will just be wise. You will receive the spirit of wisdom if you ask for it. It will come at a cost, right? Because it makes room in you. Think of it like all the foolishness gets demolished, evacuated, burned up, you know? Ignorance gets exposed, foolishness gets knocked out the door, swept away. It's not a very fun thing. But this is where, and I made a video yesterday about this, God doesn't seem to be like walking with God. Walking with God is not a get rich quick overnight thing, but it is an establishing in him where roots grow deeper and deeper over time, and you become more solid, unbothered, and more convinced about who you are, what you're about, without having to think about it, without being influenced by doubt and fear and worry and anxiety. This is what the Lord has for you, right? But in order for you to become like Jesus, who sleeps in the boat whenever there is a storm going on, you have to be prepared to receive wisdom, right? It's because it's not something that you can just get in the drive-through. It is something that's actually going to cost you. But in how much it costs you, there's an attention to detail that the Lord has with it, because he's just like, I have something I really want to give you. It's like this big, okay? So I have to stretch you. I have to make room for this to fit. And you're thinking you need all of this over here and all of this over there, but this that I want to give you is going to change everything. It's going to have you have a change in your perspective, right? A repentance, a change in your thinking, which is then a change in your perspective, and you are going to now ask for different things. It's going to give you a different life altogether. You're not going to ask for things that you can get for yourself, and maybe God will help you get those things. But you will be like, okay, this is the type of prayer. I'm like, you know me, right, God? So if you know me, then what do you know about me that I don't know, that I'm coming to know? It's hard to describe, really. You get to know the one who's always known you, and you kind of fall into that. I'm having to fall into it because I don't know, right? But in falling into it, I'm being established in him. You know, it's like that trust fall thing. Oh. It's not something you get at a drive-through. But if you're going to ask him for anything, I would ask him for wisdom. I would ask him for wisdom because it will change your future prayers. It will change what you ask for in the future. I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. I don't ask for the same things anymore. I ask to know his compassion because I don't feel very seen right now. I'm more connected with myself. It's hard to describe. I guess it is. I'm having a hard time describing it or something. But if you're still with me, wait until the next thought comes in, because I swear I just hit like I need to like put up like one of those like standby things that go doop, doop, doop. Because I don't want to stop the video yet, okay? I don't have to. Because I'm wise. Wise ones know when to stop the video. It's kind of fun. It's like, so you're seeing my humble abode. Jam it! Damn it! Okay. Come back. There you are. Have you asked him? Have you asked him for wisdom yet? Have you? It will change what you ask for in the future. So if you're experiencing great limitation, if you're one that falls into this scenario where everything it seems like you put your hand to just blows up in your face, and you're just restricted, ask for wisdom about that. And I bet you will find the hand of the Lord in that. Ask for wisdom in your suffering, to know why. I don't want to just, I want to know why. I don't want to know just like get past it or whatever. I do want to, God, I do want to get past it, right? But I want to know why. I want to understand his ways to the best that I can. And I think that you're going to have wisdom, because his ways are higher than our ways. But if he gives you wisdom, it's almost like the bridge into knowing his ways, right? Maybe it is the bridge into knowing his ways. You're at least a little bit closer to knowing how he works. Not so that you can be him, people. All right? No, we don't need another Tower of Babel situation, because to be like God, like that, that's foolishness. So if he were to give you wisdom, you wouldn't ask for that anyway. You would just be like, how do I be the child that is loved by you? How do I be yours? I don't know how to be yours. Teach me how to be yours. Me, yours. Not some generic mold that someone else established and said, this is what a Christian does with God. This is the relationship. This is what it looks like. This is the thing I really love about God. He's not limited in terms of how he relates to people, how he chooses to show up for people, how he gives people inspiration. I mean, look at me. I'm like the music man that doesn't like write music, or I just hear stuff and then I just like, oh, like there's like something to that. Like it's like all around me, you know? He like draws from all the things that are around me. I mean, I don't have to make a longer video today. I mean, no one says I have to, right? Really, and there might see this is where I'm like, okay, this thing keeps happening with my video thing. What's that about? Is there something to that? I'm a curious boy. A shift, maybe? Don't tease me. Don't you? Goddamn! Don't tease me. All right. I'm telling you. Ask him for wisdom, and it will change your future prayers. I pour the coffee into the cup, and then it doesn't stay hot, so then I pour it back into the pot, and then I pour it back in the cup. And I do that for about 90 minutes. That's my coffee drinking like time or whatever. I don't like time it, but that's usually what it is. And so then it's like a whole like pastime or something. I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, that's all. It's no big deal. Okay, but that's what I'm doing. I'm not crazy. I'm not like just pouring liquids, even though that's the game that I was playing. You know, it stays hot, and then I'm talking, and then it doesn't hot or whatever. And then, but you're like, oh, we'll just get one of those like Yeti cup things. And I'm like, well, been down that road. Okay, all right. Got one of those for Christmas from work, but then it stays too hot. It's too hot now. Okay, like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, man. The porridge needs to be just right, and it's only just right for like 2 seconds. All right, premium temperature, whatever. And I could get the thing where you put it on the or like it heats up with some kind of battery or something. I don't know. It's just I'll just do 90 minutes of pouring back and forth. That works for now. All right, it's because I'm so wise. I realize the time that I'm in. Trust me, it's not something that I've wanted to realize. God has showed me the time that I am in. And it's been quite humbling. He's like, no, this is a place of lack. This is a place of dryness. But this is where you will receive contentment. So ask for wisdom about the season that you were in, and you will receive so much more. Because it's like we go through so much. But if you ask him for wisdom, you get the full effects of what you're already going through. That's what I believe. So there's like an increase, there's like a multiplier in what you were already going through, except now you're just asking deeper questions about it. So then you're living from a deeper place. So then your intention is even a little bit more intentional. Your yes is a little bit more yes. Your no is a little bit more no. You understand like your situation. No, it's not just a financial thing. It's not just a physical suffering thing. There is a place that the Lord has me in, and I only know of this place because he has showed me. Because in asking for wisdom, he has given me more, like almost like a greater radius of like what's going on in my life. I'm still very much in the dark in very specific ways, but I know about those ways a little bit more. I'm not just trying to get out of my situation. I realize because I have wisdom that I can't That's the fear of the Lord right there. I can't go anywhere. I gotta be here now. Play on my phone. But Britney Spears, man. Right? I was younger, and I don't know. It moved me, especially that song. I remember crying to that song as a kid. I never knew what was gonna happen. I was gonna make a video about it in my 30s or something on YouTube. I was terrified. I didn't even want to be on MySpace. Profile picture. It was the emo thing. I never really fully did the emo thing. I more like did the Frohawk thing. But don't put me on the internet. I'm too self-conscious. The Lord's like, okay, but in your 30s, you're gonna come back on here, release to the world about your sexual awakening whenever you saw the Britney Spears thing, and you're gonna be a little bit more loosey-goosey with the people. You're gonna be all open and shit. I'm like, no way, really? Damn. Talking about wisdom, but talking about other things, I'm just chopping it up, man. I'm just having a good time, maybe. Is that what a good time is? Damn. It kind of feels good. Huh? Damn, I just spilled it on myself. Got some pet peeves, and spilling coffee on myself is definitely one of them. It's like that episode of Friends or whatever where Ben Stiller is like the guest, and he's Ross like bumps into him with hot coffee, and he's just like, idiot. What's in the cup, Ross? What's in the cup? Coffee. Is the coffee hot? He's like, it's hot coffee. Hot coffee. It's too early to be yelling this loud, but that's funny to me. There's probably a little nugget of wisdom in that too. Keep a lid on your cups. There you go. You don't even have to ask God for that. Just put a lid on your cup. Something like that. Okay. All right, I guess we are going to probably take it into the 30-minute range. It's like 27 minutes now. All right, so bear with me. Because all of the good stuff may be at the very, very end for you. Like you're just like, fuck, Britney Spears and shit. Okay. What's this one part that applies to me? Because I swear, like you like read, I said this before, but if you like read a book or you like listen to a thing, there's really like a takeaway that you get, and I don't know what your takeaway is gonna be. Like yesterday, I just randomly blurted out orange Fanta like I had a tick or something, and so that could be someone's takeaway. Shit, God wanted me to see this video because that man just said orange Fanta. God, and I'm like, yeah, that was it. That's all you needed. I don't know. The faithfulness of God, right? I could just be saying all kinds of different things, and he's just like, huh. And I think the Lord's even told me, he's just like, it's not even exactly what you say. It's just this spirit of freedom that you come with. And I'm like, that's better. I like that. It doesn't make me feel like I have to say certain things and stick to bullet points. Here's wisdom. Ask God for it. Let me teach you. No, easy, friend. We're not in a hurry here. We're not, unless you are, but I got nowhere to be. You'll see me probably tomorrow, all right? I have no idea where this is gonna go. You know, I might turn the phone horizontal, right? But not in this place. I don't think that's time for that. So I'm gonna keep it whatever. But I feel like I'll be a better person, and my dad will love me a little bit more if I turn my phone this way. And YouTube will accept me and put me in their algorithm family, right? And then they'll send me one of those plaques that says 1,000 or 100,000 subscribers, and then I'll be like, oh, but I'm crying at night. Why? Wasn't enough, Brandon. The satisfaction. I'm like, oh man, but I turned my phone and everything. Okay, no. I got to do it my way. Like you got to do it your way. All right, your way, your timing, but it's really like his timing. So but in relation to other people, it's like it's not on their timetable or something. Because you can get to where people want you to go and then realize you didn't want to like even go there, and just be like, damn, I just wasted my time. That wasn't even my dream. That wasn't even what I wanted. Oh, now we're coming back to it. You'll know what you really want. Because I think God will give you the desires of your heart. You will find your desires in him. Asking for wisdom, he will elevate you, basically give you an upgrade to your palate, right? So you will start to appetize, long for, hunger for the richer things in the kingdom. And that's God. That's Jesus, okay? That's him and what he knows and his love for you. But then at some point, he gives you the desires of your heart. But then you know more about what you want because you met the one who knows you. The wisest thing you can do is give your life to Jesus, right? Because then in that place, you find it in him. And then at a certain point, you're like, this is actually what I wanted, right? You can have the analogy where you have the kid that maybe asks God for something. But when that kid becomes more mature, or the kid asks God for something and God doesn't give it to him, right? But instead, he's like, you're going to ask for greater things a little bit later, so I'm not going to grant you this, right? I'm not going to let this prosper. I'm actually going to say no here and shut the door here. And it's going to seem cruel, Maybe you've had a bunch of doors shut on what you have wanted. And he's like, but ask for wisdom and you will find out what you really want, and that I will give you. It may take a little bit more time, right? This isn't the drive-through at McDonald's. But ask for wisdom and I believe you will get what you really desire. It won't be like a bad thing or something. I don't like when it's like we have desires and God has desires and those desires don't match. I'm like, well, ask for wisdom and they will match, right? You will come to know the way in which you were created. And you won't be able to miss how naturally you are and how much you are accepted by him in that place. It won't be about your behavior. It won't be about you changing your desires to match his desires. No. You'll be wise. And in being wise, you will long for, you will desire, you will have a new operating system in a sense to be able to receive so much more. And you're like, oh, that's what I was made for. Billie Eilish, right. What was I made for? Dude. All right, stop. I'm a sensitive man. I'm sensitive, okay? Sensitive. I'm a sensitive man. It's true. I think that's it, though. Unless you had some notes, Q&A. You, what was that? What was your question again? I can't hear you. I'm like in a, God has me in one of those pressure chambers or something. I can see out. People can't see very much in. They're like, what is that? Why are you doing that to yourself? And I'm like, I'm not. But there's like 6 inches of glass. It's kind of frosted. And I'm just like, why won't you get yourself out? Because I'm wise, I think. Now ask God for wisdom too, so he can put you in your own little pressure chamber, right? Preserve you in darkness to be able to, boom, present you to the world like a gift. Okay, all right, that's my send-off. That was the question too. I just answered it from the person. They said, hey, how do I get my own, plexiglass, contraption thing that you're in? And I'm like, well, here's how you do it. Because I guess I did hear you. All right, bye.